So it's my birthday today. I've talked about before how my birthday is always a weird time for me, and about how I still find, it hasn't just stopped because I've suddenly turned 20, I find the passage of time very concerning and scary, and that followed me all the way through my teenage years. I say that as if I've got a lot of distance from my teenage years, when really I was a teenager yesterday, but it's a weird thing to explain to people that you don't like your birthday and that you'd rather ignore your birthday and all of that kind of thing. And the last 2 years or so, I've been able to enjoy my birthday a lot more because I'm surrounded by people I want to share it with. Not that I wasn't before, but I'm surrounded by so many good people, rather than maybe 4 or 5 good people, that it's joyous. It's something that I want to share with people, and I'm not used to that feeling. Last year was kind of the tide coming in on the feeling, but this year the tide is very much in. It's here. It's not receding until next year. But I've come to terms with the fact that my birthday happens now, which is a very strange thing, especially given that I'm leaving my teenage years behind. I was talking about this last night, and Alex said, "Are you not happy to leave your teenage years behind?" Because for all of us, your teen years are never your golden years, at least not for the kind of life that I'm planning on leading. But I guess I am happy to leave it behind, to start a new decade. This is going to be the start of the third decade of me existing, and we're about to go into a new decade of year, and it all kind of, not quite, but very closely resembles something coming full circle, which is something I think about far too often. I don't need to think about everything being connected, but it is in my head. That's how my brain works. I'm also realizing this is the first video that's been filmed in this room properly. If you watch my 1 seconds a day, then you've seen it, but this is the first video of the new room. It's yellow. I have a bed frame. I have some footage of my room being done up, but not a lot. Not enough to make a whole video out of. And I've been filming things a lot more often because I'm in college, which is going fantastic, by the way. I'm so happy, and I think that maybe that's part of the reason that I don't mind my birthday anymore, is that I'm in a place where I feel good. I'm achieving the things I've wanted to achieve since I was maybe 15. I'm in art college. I'm in my dream school. I'm not seeing my friends as often as I would like, but I'm seeing good people who are good to me every day, or at least 5 days a week. And I guess overall it just gives you a lot more comfort of mind to know that, it's taken me a little longer than I would have liked, but I'm getting there. I'm doing what I wanted to do. I'm achieving something, and it could all crash and burn tomorrow, but I've already done it. I've gotten here. That's the biggest battle. Staying here isn't that hard. It's getting here that was difficult. And I think that applies to my birthday. It's it was difficult being a teenager. It was difficult being a fat, gay, non-binary little bitch all the time. But now I'm in a place where that's celebrated, where I'm being invited to be in performance art pieces because I have a very particular kind of body. People want to celebrate me. Everyone around me is not straight or not cis. It's so affirming to be a part of a community after feeling isolated for a really long time. And it all kind of comes together, culminated today, because culturally, birthdays are significant. Culturally, it's marking of an era. It's denoted by people giving you presents or money, or you all dining together, or you blowing out candles, or whatever you want to celebrate doing. And I guess I don't feel the need to celebrate because I've already gotten all the things that I want. Except for the sewing machine that I asked for my birthday. That's something that I really want that I did not have prior to now. And on top of all of that, something that I've been planning on doing is, you're probably familiar with the genre of videos of people kind of, as they turn a certain age, they give that many pieces of advice. So 25 for 25, 30 for 30. So I'm gonna do 20 for 20 because as much as I am young and small and not world-wise yet, I've been through enough shit that I have 20 things to tell past me. And I think that that's a valid thing. And also it's my YouTube channel and I can do what I want. So, hey. So without further ado, here are 20-ish pieces of advice, actions, and anecdotes for turning 20. 1. Please take care of your fucking teeth. Like, Kerr, I know you got issues and like hygiene kind of slips your mind, but my mouth hurts a lot of the time. So please get your shit together. 2. You are a self-described introvert. You like being alone. You find people and crowds kind of exhausting, although it's changing a little bit with college. Good people give you good vibes. But even when it feels like the world is falling apart and like humans are responsible for every awful fucking thing happening, see climate change, politics, everything you're afraid of, failure, that's a human thing. It's people who are the ones who are getting you along, who are helping make the world a better place, who are fighting the things that we, or, you know, corporations and capitalism have ultimately created that make us all suffer. People are your biggest enemy, but are also your biggest asset. And it's not a bad thing to trust them. 3. You need glasses. I need new glasses. I literally cannot see the bus when it comes in the morning. It is awful. Please, for the love of God, you've had a headache for 6 months. Get a new pair of glasses. 4. Volunteering is one of the most rewarding things that you've ever done. I have aged out of the volunteering that I'm doing currently, or I was doing previously, and I'm currently looking for something to fill that void. But when I started volunteering, it genuinely made me so much better. It made me a better person. It made me more balanced. It made me happier. It's one of the most physically, emotionally, and socially rewarding things you can do, because to do nothing just makes you sad and angry. But if you can do something in your community, even if it's a small thing, then it makes you feel better. Being active and doing the things that change the world, even tiny little things, are good for you and good for everyone. 5. Fatalistic humor is not good for you. Please stop. You're just digging yourself further into the hole. And I know that there are times when you think that getting better is not an option or something that you can ever have, but you have gotten better and you will get better. And one of the first steps along that journey is to stop making kill myself jokes and joking about getting hit by cars and wanting to die. Like, that shit is not good for you, and as much as it vents an immediate frustration, in the long haul it is so much worse than if you just said nothing. 6. Acting impulsively or irrationally rarely works out well for you, so please take the time to sit down, think, process your ideas before going out and doing them. That being said, this was impulsive, and also so was the tattoo, so I guess ignore me, but like only when it doesn't matter. 7. Criticism isn't always an attack, and praise isn't always a victory. You need to listen to what the people are saying before you check out, right? Just because they have a tone of voice that you might not appreciate doesn't mean that they aren't saying good things. 8. Just because you're a lateral thinker does not make you superior to anyone else. You work best with people who think vertically when you're both being understanding and accommodating, and that way you succeed fantastically together. I can't describe the amount of times that being out of the box while working with someone who is in the box has created so much more worthwhile things than if it was two people who think inside that box or think outside it. 9. Broke is shaving your legs. Woke is not shaving your armpits. But bespoke is shaving your head. 10. Life is too fucking short to not wear crop tops because, fam, you look bomb as hell. You look fucking great. Fuck what other people think. Fuck what you think. Wear a crop top, you dumb bitch. 11. Please, for the love of God or whoever fucking else, get a good pair of fucking shoes. This is also advice to me now. My feet hurt all the time, my hips, my knees. I can't walk for long distances. I have almost flat fucking feet. Get shoes that are not Converse or shitty pennies, Doc Martens. They have no support and your feet hurt all the time. For God's sake. I feel very passionate about this fucking topic. 12. Politics are important as much as they drain you, and fighting injustice and all the things that cause it is good for the world. And like, go to marches, go to protests, go to rallies, retweet information, be knowledgeable, know things, be able to educate people. You're doing a disservice to the world if you are burying your head in the sand, especially in today's political climate when it affects you and the people that you love so closely. 13. You're always going to doubt things, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't still do the things that you want to do. 14. People say that secondary school grammar. Those are the best years of your life. But as someone who has done a year and a month in college, they're wrong. School just drags you down and beats the energy out of you and loses your creativity and your motivation and just makes you want to crawl back into bed all the time. College makes you get up at 6 in the morning. You get a bus every day. You're in college for 8 in the morning, even though college doesn't start until 9:30 most days. Like, secondary school isn't it. It's not the end. It's not the ultimate. And I know that it feels like that a lot of the time because that's how the teachers beat it into you, because you have to get a good leaving cert in order to go to college and all that shit. But realistically, Ireland has a lot of really good college, third level education routes. And I'm really lucky, you're really lucky that you're going to the college of your dreams and you're getting there. But you need to understand that secondary school isn't the end of the world. Life doesn't end the minute that you walk out of that last exam or the minute you get those results. You have so much more to offer the world than whatever it is that you can say when you put up a hand in a classroom. 15. Horror movies are good, actually. They really are. You should watch them. I know you're an anxious bitch, but like, do it in the daytime. It's easy. Oh wow, there's just lipstick straight up all over this cup. It's a cute cup though. I'm drinking coffee, if anyone was spending the last 10 minutes wondering. Although Alex did put me onto chai tea and I will be buying some of it soon. It's very good. 16. Your friends are the most important people in your life and you already know that. But you might not know that your friendships aren't supposed to hurt and it takes a while to weed out people who hurt you. But you will get there and you will be living so much better, nicer, kinder experience for that. 17. Standing up for yourself is never rude or inappropriate and never let anyone make you think that it is. 18. The world is both more wholesome and more insidious than you think it is, and you just kind of have to accept that. 19. You'll feel helpless sometimes. You'll feel helpless a lot of the time. That just means that you have to fight harder and keep going. And 20. I'm going to save you literal years of questioning and confusion. You are gay. You are so fucking gay. Oh my god, how did you not know? You rewatched fucking saying train so many times, you big fat queer. Okay? Get it together. You're gay. Probably shouldn't be calling my younger self a queer, but like, bitch, you'll get used to it. One more for good luck. Loving yourself is the most important thing that you have ever achieved. That was heavy. It was heavy, but I don't care. It's my YouTube channel. I do what I want. Hey, that's so unattractive when I do that. This obviously was more for like past me, and I've done like reading a letter that I wrote to my future self before. But I do hope that, like, regardless of what age you are, regardless of like your point in your life, whether you're transitioning across a decade, you're transitioning into the person that you want to be, any of those kinds of things, I hope that like something in here means something, you know, even if it doesn't. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you when I see you, and goodbye.